Hi everyone, it's Burak from Trading Channels. It's the 3rd of September and this is a weekend video update from Trading Channels. And as usual, we will kick it off with ES S&P 500 contract. We have this golden uptrend, as you can see, 2 touches on the top, and we had a really nice bottoming out right here last week. And we rallied, touched that blue resistance, came back down to the golden bottom band for the 3rd touch, moved on and cleared this blue resistance. And later on during the week, we also cleared this black resistance. We may get a back test on that, and the level for that back test would be around 4,500. If that back test holds, I think ES is going to start another leg up. This is quite nice. And looking at the golden top band, it targets 4,750, 4,800, which is a new all-time high. And the reason for that all-time high is, of course, this purple bull flag that was broken back in March. You can see broken, back tested, back tested, back tested, and we rallied, broke out of the green sideways channel. And it rallied, kept on rallying. The obvious target actually is the intersection of the golden and red top bands, which is at 4,875. This is the ideal scenario, and the other markets are also confirming this kind of breakout or this kind of rally expectation. I don't know why people are doubting this rally when we are so close to a new all-time high, and for me, it has a much higher probability to get to a new all-time high rather than come down, break all these supports, the green one, the red one, and come down to new lows. I think the idea of a new all-time high, or the probability of a new all-time high, is much higher. And if we look at Dow Jones, it gave us the best bullish signal back in October 2022, while it was backtesting this purple resistance zone that was broken and backtested right here. That backtest gave us also this golden bull flag. You can see 2 touches there. First touch, the second touch, and we started rallying from here. The moment it made a new high after this low, it gave me the confidence that we're going to get to the golden top band, and once it was broken, there was no question for me that we're going to get to a new all-time high. We're not there yet, but we are very close to it. You can see after the breakout, it came down for 2 back tests on that golden bull flag, first one and second one. And then it rallied to break this black resistance. So you can see here how many touches, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches. We broke out, back tested, and back tested. So that black support is extremely strong, and it wasn't tested again. I was hoping that Dow was going to test this purple bottom band and rally. Well, it didn't get there. It broke back into the failed bull flag, this blue bull flag, this week. And it broke out of the green bull flag. You can see here, it's not the best bull flag because 2 touches here, but the second touch caused a very minor pullback, broke out, back tested, and back tested. So we may get another test on that blue plus green. So the level for that on the futures would be around 34,700. But from there, I'm expecting a touch on the blue top band, maybe another pullback, and then after that, a break to the upside would target 36,500, and that is very close to a new all-time high. The all-time high that we saw in January 2022. It's not very far from there now. Nasdaq, I'm not going to show the long-term chart, but once we broke out of this bull flag, I already removed that one, but we broke out of the bull flag, back tested, and I gave a very clear buy signal once it had broken this bull flag here back in March, and we rallied quite a few thousand points from there. We pulled back from the July highs, and it didn't touch that red bottom band. I was hoping that red bottom band, which already had 2 touches here, you can see it wasn't tested, so I was hoping that we could buy that test, but it didn't get there. Not that I'm not long several stocks, and we are long Russell instead of Nasdaq, but I think Russell may play catch up a little bit with the other big boys. The broken green resistance is back tested. The blue diagonal resistance, you can see 3 touches and back tested twice. So this week I'm expecting more upside from here. The market is already open and there is no selling or whatsoever. So I think Nasdaq, if this support holds, especially the green one, we should climb to 16,500. 16,750 is the new all-time high that we saw in November 2021. Russell is inside this black uptrend. Look at this, beautiful 2 touches, first, second. This is the internal line. So we broke that one, but then came up for a back test. It couldn't break that level, came down, and it touched that black bottom band actually 4 times. 1, 2, 3. And this one was the fakie. You can see here, tried to break it, but then that was kind of a capitulation, and it rallied. It broke the red resistance. That was an overhead resistance together with this green one. You can see here, and that's where we bought it. Now, if that purple bottom band holds, we're going to see more upside. I mean, the next leg up may start right from there to rally to 19,075, and the obvious target is the golden top band. Okay, so the golden bottom band, this is the low of June 2022. These are the lows of October, and Russell should get to that golden top band, and we may have a big reversal right from there. So, but I think the target for that, I mean for this leg up, which is inside this black uptrend, is 2050, and that's where my target is for this long. This blue resistance obviously is higher than that golden top band, so you can see that blue support, once it was broken, it turned very bearish after especially 2 back tests, and it came down. Now if this golden top band holds at 2050, I'm expecting another big reversal. Okay, especially if that black bottom band breaks, I think we're going to get back to the golden bottom band, which is at 1650. But if that golden top band gets broken and we break that blue as well, that level is 2100, right? That is actually higher than 2100, 2115 or so. That will be that blue resistance. That's a strong resistance. So if it can break that, then the black top band will be the obvious target, which is at a new high right there. Okay, the highs of 2021. FTSE, I'm not going to show you the long-term chart, but here we are on the short term. We had a break out of the red bull flag. The blue resistance held, came down, and it touched that red broken bull flag while it was testing that blue support as well. That was a double support. We rallied off that level. You can see I already had this black bottom band as the potential support. Right there, I said if that golden line turns into resistance with the 3rd touch, it will come down, and if this black bottom band holds, we're going to see a rally and possibly break this golden resistance. It is now trying really hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this 5th touch I think is going to break it, and we're going to get to 7,600 pretty quickly, probably this week, so basically next week. Okay, so that's my target, and I think at the open FTSE 100 may already clear it. DAX is the most bearish looking one, and the reason is very clear. So this green uptrend from the lows of October last year was broken to the downside, and that uptrend's break is of course never good. It also cleared this red diagonal support, and you can see it was broken. We already back tested that red broken support twice. Okay, here we already tested the blue top band, which is a bear flag potential, and we also have this green broken uptrend. So that's why I'm saying DAX looks a little bit bearish, I mean more bearish than the others. For DAX to recover, it has to really push on, get to 16,100 and 16,150 to break back into the green, and that would take things really very, very fast to 16,500 and possibly higher. We also have a gap here at 16,250, and I think that gap is going to get filled eventually. For bonds, I'm going to cover TLT only. The TLT's support is from 2004, this is 2007, and this is 2022, and this is last week. And we had a really nice bounce, but it basically failed to break out of this black bull flag. So I think we're going to get to that 98 level to touch that black and red double resistance, maybe come back down, and then if it can break back into the black bull flag, there's a big if. This is a really big if. If it can break back into the black bull flag, which is at 98.50, then it can rally to take out this purple resistance together with the black top band, and then of course that green top band may turn into a major resistance as well. So bonds are not really out of the woods yet, far from it. You can see this blue support was broken and back tested, and that level held. That level was 109. It tried to break that 109 for a long time, but then failed. So this is a very big if. I mean, if it can break back into the blue, above that blue, but first, purple. So anything beyond 115 would look bullish. But so far it is still, you can see it's still doing these kinds of things like it has to bottom out really, but it doesn't look like it is. We only have to watch out the price action. Okay, so let's have a look at oil, basically all the commodities. So oil, from my video with Uselink, I was showing this blue bull flag, and we broke out of the bull flag, and I had mentioned so many times to my members, if this red bear flag can be broken to the upside, which it did, and a rising resistance breaking to the upside is as bullish as it gets. And as you can see, at 82.50, 82.70 it broke out, and we are at 85.80 now. Not only that, it also cleared this black major resistance now, which is why oil has now broken free, and it's free to get to 90, 95, and that level, which is that black top band together with that blue potential resistance. I think that's where it's headed, which is around 95. So that's another $7 to go. Brent oil is also doing similar things. I had also mentioned Brent oil as a bull flag. You can see this blue bull flag is broken. It didn't even get a back test. I was hoping to buy that back test. It didn't get there. It rallied, and now this red uptrend is broken to the upside. Again, extremely bullish action here this past week. Is it gonna test, or is it gonna break this black resistance now? We're right there. You can see that black resistance level on Brent oil is getting tested. If we break it, I have a very important potential resistance, which is this overhead one, and that, if that one holds, we should see one more big dive, but that's a big if. So it could get to the green top band, pull back a little bit, and then a break to the upside would actually target 130, 140. Okay, the correction that started in March 2022 is still ongoing for Brent oil, and the Brent oil's top band price, I think if that black resistance breaks, that green top band is around 93, which probably coincides with the target that I put on the US oil. Natgas, I had mentioned about this bull flag many times. I sent it on Substack, I sent on Twitter several times. Once this is broken, we're going to see a rally, and that's exactly what happened. It opened with a gap up last weekend, and it filled the gap, and it pushed on, and I said 28.50 is the target, and exactly that's where it's tested it, 28.50. It's all documented. If you don't believe me, go ahead and look at my Substack posts. Now at the open, it just cleared this golden uptrend, and it fell to this golden support zone. Okay, this is a resistance zone, that was a support. You can see a resistance, quite a few touches, and then broke out. I think we're going to see a recovery by tomorrow morning to fill this gap, even though, yes, it doesn't look very positive here, but I think there is a good chance that by tomorrow we're going to fill the gap, but from 280 or 27.90 we may still see another reversal. The obvious target that I had in mind is this blue top band before it shows another reversal. So the blue bottom band here, the blue top band is there. This is the high of March, and this is the February low, and this is the April low. Okay, if we get to that level 3 again, I'm expecting another big reversal to come all the way to 2 again. Okay, either way, obviously this black support's break. If it comes to the black support and breaks it, I think that level 2 would be much quicker. Gold. So I've been showing this golden top band as a potential resistance for a very long time. This is the continuous futures chart. This is exactly what happened. It basically tested the blue top band together with the golden top band just over 1960, and we had a reversal. It just cleared this blue support, even though it's still back in. Okay, it kind of a spin-off channel. My main bearish signal would be this bear flag to be broken. All right, that red top band, the red bottom band, this is a beautiful bear flag in the making. As long as that golden top band stays intact, I think there is a very good chance that this red bottom band is going to be broken, and we're going to revisit 1900. And the obvious target for this golden channel, and don't get me wrong, this golden channel is a bull flag in the making, okay? But before that, I think there is a good chance that it's going to come all the way to 1850 if this red bear flag can be broken, okay? The bear flag's break point would be around 1942, 1941. That's on the futures chart, all right? So on the spot chart, let me show you here. The spot chart, this blue channel, this downtrend is a little bit, you can see there's an overshoot here and there's an overshoot last week, but it still has this bear flag, and if we see a break to the downside, this blue downtrend is the bull flag in the making, and it's gonna get all the way to 1850 to touch the blue bottom band. That's my target, and there is also the gap from March, okay, here. The level for that gap is, let me put this here, on the spot is 1870, and I think on the futures is 1865 or so. Silver has quite a few lines, but bear with me, I'm going to explain it, okay? So just bear with me. And I explained this also in the video with Uselink. Right, there was a support here. Once it was broken, I said it's going to come down to that black bottom band, and we're going to see a bounce, and that's exactly what happened. We moved higher very, very fast towards 25. Now this purple resistance rail held, all right, 1, 2 and 3 touches. What happened after that is quite interesting, so I'm going to switch to the 2 hourly to show you a bit more granular view. Right here, this green bull flag aimed for a new high above this, and it touched that new high and it sold off from there. It not only broke back and it not only cleared this red support, all right, it also broke back into the green bull flag. It also cleared this diagonal support right here. You can see 4 touches resistance, broken, back test, back test, back test. Now it's broken. So quite a few supports are broken on silver. This blue support right there, this is a broken resistance. We may get a bounce off that, but then once it's broken, okay, there will be more downside. And silver also has a gap, okay, from March. Okay, it's right here at 2060. So that black support's break, if it comes down and if it breaks that black support, I think there is a very good chance that it's going to get to the purple bottom band while it is filling that gap right there. Okay, it's actually purple bottom band would be slightly higher than that gap. The gap is at 2050, 2060 level. I think you need to check on your charts from March 13th. Okay, so this is why in the short term, short to medium term, I'm still bearish. I'm still bearish on precious metals, and the reason is very clear. Those gaps may get filled before they all run higher. Okay, long term, there is no doubt they are in a very healthy uptrend, but that's a yearly, like a decade-long uptrend. That doesn't mean they're going to go straight up. So platinum, it reversed. I mean, I put it to my members so many times, that blue top band. So the blue bottom band was here, and I mentioned if it comes to this blue top band at 990, we see a reversal, that is going to be shorted for my money. And that's exactly what we did. It broke out of the green bull flag, it touched that blue top band, and it has now broken this golden support, the red support right here from the lows of mid-March, right here. Yeah, so that support is broken, the golden support is broken, that sideways action is broken, and this green support will also be cleared. I think we're going to get to at least 900 from there, and maybe even lower. The obvious target for that is going to be this green bottom band. Okay, I'm going to show you. I know a lot of lines here, but if you see every line on its own, every color on its own, it will all make sense. This golden uptrend was broken and back tested, and that's why we came down. But the green bottom band, so this is the top, this is the green bottom band's first touch. That's why I'm targeting as the second touch on that green bottom band. And then after that, maybe we see another rally to break that blue top band. All right. And from there, I think if that green bottom band and the blue top band can be broken, there is big upside all the way to 1,100 to break this giant bull flag. On the 8 hourly, it's very clearly seen, right? On the 8 hourly, the high of 2021, okay, that's 1,350. This is the high of this year, April. 2 lows there, right here. So 4 touches on both sides. Obviously, if platinum can get to 1,100, it can break that red top band, and that would target $1,500. Yes, you didn't hear it wrong. It's the obvious target is going to be $1,600. But platinum, I think, is going to come down now. One more time towards 900, and I'm short. Yeah, so 976, that's where I shorted it, and I think it's losing traction now, and we're going to at least come down to erase this spike, okay, at around 950, and then maybe even further down all the way to 900. This is copper, and copper is inside this giant triangle, right? I'm going to put this on the 6 hourly to basically show you this giant triangle right there. Okay, this is from 2022, like this green triangle. There's so many touches on this green support rail and so many touches on this green support resistance, green support rail, green resistance rail. So it's quite a squeeze, as you can see. So if we can break that green resistance, that would be that would actually take it to 500 as a minimum target at 500. All right, so that's all for commodities. Let's have a look at euro. It's selling off and it's now touching this red bottom band as a potential support. Okay, if this blue support rail is holding, I've been calling this since this reversal. I said it's going to come down, and 107.75 I said I think it's almost there, maybe just over 107.50. Sorry, 107. We are at 107.75, but 107 on the spot chart, 107.55. That is the red bottom band as a potential support. Okay, if this holds, we get to that golden top band, maybe come down and to break that red bottom band as well. That can happen. Or for a bullish signal, it would come down and break that. So it touches that golden top band. That would be a short if it reverses there. Okay, and then if it does break it, then I think it's going to get to 112.50 one more time. Pound sterling is touching that golden internal support right there, but I think if it does break, there's serious overhead resistance here, that purple one, the blue one, and it's quite bearish right now. So my target would be, if it does break this internal one, it's going to get to the blue bottom band. It's very choppy, as you can see. It's not really going anywhere at the moment. This of course calls for a big move once it's out of this choppy action. It's either to the downside or to the upside or downside, but don't get me wrong, I'm saying I always talk with ifs. So if it does this, I'm going to buy it. If it does that, I can sell it. So there is quite a lot of ifs in my vocabulary. All right, and every single if is a setup. US dollar, Japanese yen. Okay, so I'm going to put this on the 8 hourly to show you the big picture. Right. Okay, so let me put a rectangle here. All right, this resistance support zone that was broken, it got back tested, and since this support was broken and back tested twice, that was the target, and we have reached that level. If this green bottom band holds, okay, right there, if this green bottom band holds, which is at 145, around 145 or just below 145, if it does hold, you can see there is also support here, right? That's kind of a horizontal support. If it holds just below 145, I think it can rally all the way to 149, 150, which is that red top band. The red channel, the red one is not a channel yet. And if this green bottom band holds and then breaks later on, then the blue bottom band, the red bottom band may get tested before it rallies again. So either way, US dollar, Japanese yen is looking bullish. It just is important where to buy it. Okay. The black. So first of all, on the DXY, this is the US dollar index. I called the back test of this purple broken resistance as a potential to start a rally, and that's exactly what happened in July. We rallied and it broke out of this blue downtrend, and it even back tested it. I called for a reversal at the black top band. You can see this is a spin-off channel, right? It reversed there, but it's now testing it again. So if it comes down and it touches that golden bottom band, it can break that black top band, or it can break that black top band right away. And if it does that, I think there is much more upside, maybe to 107.50, 110, that everything is possible right from there. It could even get all the way, to that black top band, which is at 150, 110, 111. Okay, I'm not going to do the Aussie dollar and Kiwi. All right, because it's getting too long. So agriculturals, coffee. I believe there is a chance for it to come down all the way to this golden bottom band, which is at 120. Okay, and this golden potential downtrend, I was hoping that we're going to test the wedges top band together with the black top band at 158, 159. That will be a double resistance to come down, but it broke already this wedge, so it's already looking quite bearish. If we see a rally to touch that black top band, that would still, if it reverses, then it's already another short entry. Wheat had broken this green resistance. It came very close to a back test, but it didn't back test it yet, while it was touching the previous lows of June, end of May, June. And we have this purple support that was broken, came down. This is the gap from the rollover. It back tested that purple broken support, held as resistance, and I think it's still going to come down, possibly towards 550, 555, and then from there we may get to the blue top band and later on break it to the upside. That blue top band is potential resistance, so we could get there. Ideally we get there soon, reverse there, come back down to 555, and then a rally to break out. Soybeans. Okay, soybeans is inside this giant sideways red channel. Two touches on the top. Not the best charting here because of the spikes to the upside, but either way I think soybeans is going to target 1300 one more time, especially if this green bear flag breaks, right? 2 touches here, 2 touches there, but we also have this little golden bull flag. If it touches, if it breaks out of the golden bull flag, we may get to the green top band one more time, which is at 1425. That would of course be a long entry. Get to the 1425, maybe fill this gap, and then come down to break the green bear flag to touch 1300 one more time. Excuse me. And corn is inside this giant bull flag, that red giant bull flag. Okay, so this is the high of 2020 this year, 2022, that one, and this is the high of 2023. I mean this year, well, basically in June we sold off all the way to the red bottom band, and you can see it's still holding as a bull flag, right? If it's still holding as a support or the bottom band of a bull flag, it already cleared the green resistance, but we may still get another touch on this purple bottom band, maybe even the red, and then rally to break out of the purple sideways channel. 3 touches on the top, 2 touches on the bottom, so I'm still expecting one more touch on that purple bottom band, which is at 461, 462, or the red bottom band, which is at 457 or so, and then a really big rally to start to take it to 575, 600. That's what I'm expecting from corn. Okay, last agriculturals, or not last, before that. Okay, so I've been calling for cocoa mega rally since 28, and it's now, we are at 36. So when this red giant bull flag was broken, I told everyone to buy cocoa or some ETF, and it broke out at 30. We're at 36 now, and the green channel, or basically potential channel, is still intact, and it still can carry it all the way to 40, 45. Either way, this giant red bull flag is broken, which targets around 45, 50 anyway. But what matters here is another humongous uptrend, which is this golden channel, right? This is the year 2001, 2000. So this is a 23-year cocoa uptrend. So out of this red bull flag, and it's inside this giant uptrend. That's why cocoa is primed for basically doubling from here, which is at 8, okay, in the coming years. Last agricultural commodity is sugar. I'm going to put this in a bigger perspective. When the blue resistance was broken, I called for a rally to the golden top band, which was a potential resistance back then, right? 2 touches on the bottom. First touch, I said if 2750 holds, we see a big reversal, and that's exactly what we had. Now, is it going to touch that golden top band one more time? Very possible. If it gets to that 27, we see another reversal to break the green support. I think we're going to come to 20, and then from there we'll see what happens to sugar. But I think eventually it's going to break out of this golden giant bull flag and get to 50, 60. So this is the high of 2011. So 12-year bull flag happening. Okay, last but not least are the coins. So Bitcoin, when it broke this golden uptrend, I called for bears. Of course, it came down. The green bottom band, I've been calling for a support at 25,250. It just got tested, and we have a bounce, or it came very close to it, so we may get another touch. But for a rally, it has to break out of this black bull flag, and I believe it's going to do it. It's going to rally. It's going to get to the 32,000. That 32,500 is going to be the green top band one more time. I think we are about to see a big rally on Bitcoin, as long as this green support stays its ground. So this was the red bull flag that was broken. We can remove that one. It already did the job. So this black bull flag has to be broken. Ethereum is inside this green bull flag, and it's also touching this black support rail. So we may get another touch, but after that I'm expecting a break to the upside by Ethereum to touch 2100, 2200, all the way to that red resistance. Litecoin may touch the 50, 52, 53, that blue bottom band, and then rally. And Dogecoin is trying to break out of this blue bull flag. It tried really hard here, failed, went back in, but if it can break, it's going to get at least to this 17 cents, that golden top band, as the resistance, possibly break it later on, as long as this red giant uptrend is holding. Ripple had already broken the green bull flag, that giant bull flag from the highs of 2021. Yeah, very clear bull flag. 1 touch, 2 touches, 2 touches at the bottom, broken, came down for a back test. That is very normal. Okay, after a spike, it erases a spike, but we now have this red beautiful bull flag, with 3 touches on the top, 2 touches on the bottom band. Then we also have this golden diagonal resistance. So if we go to the 4 hourly, I can show you a bit better. Yeah, that golden resistance break, and which is at 54 cents, I think there's going to be more upside all the way to 150, 145, you name it. The one before the last is Zcash. It had already broken out of the blue bull flag, but so many back tests. Now it has to break out of the red bull flag, right? And then finally this golden resistance from the highs of 2017, or 17, 3 touches, it has to get to 85 and break it to the upside. It's a big if, but first it has to clear this red bull flag, and for that it has to get to the red top band, pull back maybe one more time and break it. Last one is Chainlink. It already broke out of the golden bull flag right here. 2 touches on both sides. First two touches on top, 2 touches on the bottom. We broke out, but then the blue resistance held. This is a sideways channel. Clearly, if it does break to the downside, that would be horrible for Chainlink. But if it can break $8.70, $8 or $9, that would be a huge buy signal to target 2025, probably a new all-time high at around $45. All right, that's it, guys. Hope it helps. Well, enjoy the rest of the weekend, what's left of it. All right, keep in touch. Bye.